Hi. In today's demo, we're going to talk about something that often gets overlooked, which is the practice of maintaining your category once it's implemented. So we've all, traditional category management, you put the products on the planograms, you assign the planogram to a floor plan. Through the versioning and the lifecycle management within Blue Yonder, it gets sent downstream and implemented at the store, and then you're on to the next category. What we're going to walk through today is EY's approach to helping clients and customers maintain their categories that have already been implemented. The first screen we're going to get into here is a clustering screen that shows how categories perform in clusters over time. So you cluster your categories and then you're able to recluster them using updated data to see if where the shifts happen, what items moving from cluster 1 to cluster 4, because it's now winter instead of summer. It's giving visibility at that level, so you're able to recluster a category using the same clusters that you had and regroup items and locations based on seasonal data. So that's kind of step one in category management, is how does my category change over time between winter, summer, or any kind of time phase you can think of with performance data. How does my category change, and what happens to those clusters? What moves? What now becomes cluster 1? What shifts down to cluster 10? Those types of things are happening here on this screen. The next screen we're going to get into, and probably the more important screen of the two, is what now? Your category has been implemented at the store, you've clustered it, you've done your due diligence. Now, over time, how does that perform? And what opportunities am I missing? You look down here and you can see that the category is producing $41 million annually, but there's a $4 million opportunity here. What is that opportunity? I've got items on my shelf that have fallen off the shelf over time. Manufacturer out of stocks, the grocery manager has now put something in its place. The item never makes it back onto the shelf. However, it's on my planogram, it's on my floor plan, I think it's there, and I've lost visibility to it. What this tool does is it not only gives you visibility to it, but it shows you from the top down the fluctuation in performance. So for example, Northport, your store here, was your 8th best store in the cluster, and it actually moves up to your 3rd best store in the cluster by realizing that opportunity. By closing that void, that store has improved, or the set of voids, that store has improved from your 8th best store to your 3rd. Then we can dive into the store and see what's causing the fluctuation in performance. For example, this item here represents a loss of $3,200 by not being on my shelf. I think it's there, it's not there. We forecast through machine learning, what is that actual dollar amount forecast out to be? And that item is your 12th best item in the assortment that you're not realizing because it has fallen off and you're not generating the sales from it. At the end of the day, what EY with this tool is attempting to do is give you visibility to your off-cycle categories that you're not currently focused on because you're on to the next reset, the 5 items that need to be cut in a different category. This tool allows you to maintain your visibility to those categories and close the opportunities. Because as we saw a little earlier in the video, a $41 million category had $4 million of opportunities where items were not on the shelf and not performing. And then lastly, we're going to dive into this one item where we can see that it's worth $6 million of that $41 million total, and it's got an opportunity of $36,000. So there are 4 stores where it's not on the shelf where it should be, and it's not game-changing. It's ranked 126, ranked 270, but it's not on the shelf, and it represents a real tangible loss in sales. And we hope to talk to you more about this at our booth at Blue Yonder Icon.